What's up, guys? It's Crash, and I thought it would be helpful to kind of take a broad overview look at where the weapons are. I think most of us are probably under level 30. I'm getting closer to the end and getting everything unlocked, and all the attachments and stuff unlocked. But I thought with the actual release, the standard edition release coming in 4 days, it would be really cool to kind of overlook the weapons under level 30 for some of you who are playing and haven't unlocked these, or if you're just leveling up one weapon and you want to know which one to go to next, and just give you guys an idea of where they're at. A couple things about this. You guys might have differing opinions than me, and that's okay. I want to hear about it in the comments below. And then those of you who want to and are interested, read the comments and see what other people are saying too. One of the great things about having an awesome community is that we get more ideas from each other, and however many brains are more better than one, especially my boomer brain. So let me know what guns you guys are really liking down in the comments and attachments and things, and then go ahead and read those guys if you want a little bit more information and not just take my word for it. But I wanted to start a conversation about where the guns are before level 30. Also, these things are likely to change, and they could change as soon as Friday. So if that happens, we'll just do it again. It's not too big of a deal. I'm hoping they turn down the weapon bloom on ARs. We're going to talk about that definitely during this tier list. But anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about these weapons. All right, guys, let's go through this tier list. We'll pull up the weapons as they are on here, and we'll talk a little bit about them, and then I'll do my best to rank them. Again, let me know where you guys rank all these weapons down below, some of the favorite ones that you're into right now. And yeah, I'll just try to do my best. I've played at least a couple full all-out war modes with all of these weapons, so I have a little bit of an idea. I've unlocked the first couple sites and things like that. So I'm not the best FPS player in the world, but I've played a lot of different games. I've played a lot of Battlefield. So I think I can get somewhere close to where these actually sit as far as usability and effectiveness, kind of an overall look at this stuff. The main weapons that are probably going to end up being S tier in this, we're going to do some more stats and breakdowns later in the week of these and best loadouts and things to use that way. So definitely stay tuned to the series for that. But I thought this would be a really good idea for a general overview as you start out in Battlefield 2042. And again, if things change, we will update this as we go. Not a problem. So here is the AK-24. This is an average assault rifle, and overall, the assault rifles are going to get knocked down pretty significantly because of the weapon bloom right now. If you guys didn't see that video, there's just a lot of ADS spread. When you're aimed down sights, the longer you shoot, or if you're strafing, the bullets just bloom out from your sight and they don't go where your reticle is. And it's actually really significant on ARs. So I think I'm going to put the AK-24 in B tier. It has a lot of damage. It has higher damage than the M5, but also has a lot more recoil, and coupled with the bloom, it's kind of hard to hit targets, I would say, for your average player at longer than like 30 meters or so. So it's pretty rough. The DMRs, now these are very strong in this game. I think one of the reasons is there's not any weapon bloom on these, hardly any. There's a little bit, but not much at all. It's a lot easier to hit targets. The DM7 is one people will probably use early. You have that unlocked right away. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in S tier. It's also pretty strong in hazard zone. The DXR1, now this is gonna depend on where you're at. If you're a sniper, right? This definitely is a good sniper rifle, but I think as far as overall effectiveness, I want to put it here. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab the other sniper rifle, the SWS-10, because it makes sense. The two sniper rifles, you get under 30 to talk about those. So I'll just grab it. I'm going to place it slightly lower than the DXR. It's not quite as good. The bullet velocity isn't quite as much. And it's just, as far as like true blue sniper rifles, how you would use them, a traditional sniper, you probably have a little bit better luck with the DXR1. I haven't got a ton of attachments. It starts with a little bit more zoom on the scope, and also those bullets travel a little faster, so hitting those long range targets are a little bit easier with the DXR, so we'll go that route. The G57 is a sidearm. It's really bad. It's D tier, I would say, but it's just a pistol, right? I don't know if people care too much about pistols. It works in a pinch if you need to. The Government 4570 lever action. This one is honestly, I think, just for the memes a little bit. It will actually one shot to the head, unlike some of the DMRs, but with the slow rate of fire, it's almost not worth it. So I would put it down here. The handling's not great. Pretty slow rate of fire. It is powerful, but just really unforgiving. If you're a highly skilled player, this could probably go higher, but for me, it sits in this range. The LCMG, LMG, this is the only LMG you get. The other one comes after level 30. This one, I'm not sure where to put this one. It's really good in Hazard Zone. If you get into a group with a bunch of squads, you don't have to reload all the time. Reloads can hurt you really bad in Hazard Zone. Same in All Out Warfare. I think I want to put this A tier. I don't think it has as much spread as the ARs, honestly, and I think I would put it there. So the M44 revolver, this sidearm is probably the best of the sidearms for what I've used. I would probably put this in B tier. It can actually save your butt. If you can hit a headshot at a one shot, you unlock a sight for this thing, and that makes it a lot easier. So if you're in trouble, need to pull this thing out, it will get you out of trouble if you can hit your shots. So it's actually pretty decent. The M5A3, now this one, I think I put it maybe slightly higher than the AK-24. This one is probably supposed to be the most usable, user-friendly one, but the weapon bloom is just insane, guys. Like, I'm gonna put a screenshot of the weapon bloom. You can see where the two shots are. I'll put those on the screen. You can see them. It's actually just crazy. So I think I put that in B tier as well with the AK-24. They have different pluses and minuses, but overall effectiveness, they're kind of in the same place, and I'm kind of basing these based on where I'm going to place the SMGs, because we'll get to that in just a second. This shotgun, another one, I'm not going to put it clear in D tier because I'd definitely rather have it up close than that pistol. It can one-shot people up close, but on these big maps, you guys know it's hard to get close to people. So I mean, this shotgun's just not very good. It's fun to mess around with if you need to. Again, this pistol is just slightly better than the G57. I'll put it up here. In spite of how this one looks, it is not fully auto, it's not burst, it's just a pistol with a little bit better handling and a free red dot. So it's pretty similar with a little bit better handling, places it a little bit above the G57. Now, the PBX 45 is actually really good. The SMGs do not suffer from weapon bloom near as much as the ARs do. So honestly, their roles are almost switched. You can actually reach out farther than the ARs with some of these SMGs. I'm gonna put this above the two SMGs, the PBX. It's really good, really usable, nice smooth recoil. There's two attachments, the high fire rate rounds and the shortened barrel give you, they can stack your fire rate, and this thing becomes a bullet hose up close, almost as good as the K30 was in the beta. It really puts out the round, so it's a fun one to use. Definitely recommend giving it a try as you're leveling stuff up. Now we have the PP29, and this one is easily S tier. This is my favorite full auto gun to use. It doesn't have as much weapon bloom. I believe the second sight you get for it is a 2.5x. You can put that thing out on there, and it acts like an assault rifle. You treat it kind of like an assault rifle. It handles really well. Has a large magazine capacity of around 54, I believe. So it's an S tier gun, the PP29. This might get nerfed. I'm hoping it doesn't get nerfed, and the rest of the ARs and stuff kind of get buffed to be more accurate and can be placed up here and shift this around a little bit. But definitely, I would say for the best full auto gun to use right now, the PP29 is quite a bit better than the rest. The Safar M, the Scar, essentially. This is a tough one. This is probably the one I've played with the least, but it's definitely on par. It's at least a B. I think I have to put it at a B. Man, it's a B or A. This is like a B plus. We'll put it up here. This is a B plus. It's probably the best of the assault rifles. If I'm putting this in order, I would put them like this. Essentially, yeah, the Scar is better than the M5, is better than the AK, in my opinion. This does a lot of damage. It has a really small mag, and you don't unlock a drum mag for it until you get a lot of kills with it and use it. I think with that, a sight, it's pretty good. It's kind of frustrating. There's no way to mitigate recoil on this one. As the underbarrel, you have to use a grenade launcher. Like, all three underbarrel attachments are grenade launchers for that, which is just, it's a little bit weird, but that's how it is. And then probably the best sniper that's not a sniper, the SVK, is definitely an S tier gun. This thing is actually really strong. Couple caveats about it. It has 5 rounds, 6 rounds when you're fully loaded. Like, if you run it dry and reload, it's gonna have 5. If you reload again, it will have 6. It is a 2-hit kill to the chest. I haven't found a range where it takes more than 2 shots to kill. If the targets count in the game, if the if the server registers it and it counts 2 shots, puts people down, you can follow up, pop pretty quick and take people out. A lot of the snipers to the chest take 2 shots and you have to rack the bolt. The SVK is almost the best sniper. If you're not as good at headshots, if you like to snipe but you're not you know a headshot god, I would recommend trying the SVK. You can unlock an 8x scope for it. The 3.5 is really flexible. These 2 weapons are the best to run in Hazard Zone as well. The SVK is probably the best in Hazard Zone. On those wide open maps, you can pop people. The long barrel on it helps with the bullet velocity. It increases the recoil a tiny bit, but just be a tiny bit patient with that second shot instead of spamming it. You know, pop. Give it a pop, and just take a second on that follow-up shot, and you can drop people. The other tip with using the SVK is make sure you do that 2 reloads if you run it dry. If you run it completely empty and reload it and you have 5 and you have time, hit that reload again to have that 6th round in there, because where it's a 2-shot kill, that takes your ammo capacity up to 3 kills if you hit all your shots. So that last bullet, I've got a lot of kills with this gun with the last bullet. All right, guys, essentially that's where I have stuff placed. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. I think this is a decent overall rank of these guns. I feel pretty good about it. We got a nice bell curve right here, you know, like B kind of being average, and then these are a little bit better, and then the S tier are definitely a step above the rest. SVK and PP29 are really good guns. So anyway, this is what I've got after my first quite a few hours of playing infantry and getting destroyed by hovercrafts. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to any updates to this and also some weapon stat videos later this week. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you later.